I started classes at PBT in either 1996 or 1997 with the creative movement, and then just kept trucking along until through junior year of high school. So I want to say that was 2010. And then I spent 2 years in the trainee program at Boston Ballet School and came back to PBT for 1 year of the graduate program, and then got the job here in St. Louis. So I spent the majority of my time at PBT for sure. I think what I really appreciated about my training at PBT was just how well-rounded it is. I think I see that now looking back even more than when I was a student, because you get a really strong classical ballet training, but you're also exposed to contemporary jazz and character, plus Pilates conditioning. I think that I didn't necessarily appreciate that as, growing up as a kid, but looking back, I think, the training is just, unbelievable. I definitely still remember my first Nutcracker when I was about 7 or 8, like the first time walking into the Benedum backstage, it's especially seeing the backstage without any of the sets and set pieces, it just looks so big. I remember looking up and looking so high into the rafters. It was just, I remember feeling super overwhelmed and excited to be backstage and on stage for the first time. I think that's one of my one of the memories that stands out. And it was, I think, so important to have performance opportunities like that as such a young child. You get used to being on stage and just performing. I think that's what I remember the most. That first Nutcracker was very magical. It's funny, I remember some of those angel rehearsals too, like from Balanchine Angels. There's nothing like specific about it. I just definitely remember like standing there with my little candle, just like being in rehearsal, being really excited. I do kind of miss being in, like we have a great theater here. It's on a university campus. There are a lot of other people perform there. It's a big stage, got good Marley, so it is a good setup. But I definitely kind of miss being in a grand old theater like the Benedum with a lot of like history in it, ornate, beautiful things. I mean, especially for such a small company, our rep at St. Louis Ballet is great. I think a lot of it has to do with our director, again, Horiuchi's connections with St. Louis Ballet, or not St. Louis Ballet, New York City Ballet. So, I mean, had the opportunity to work with Elise Bourne, Nelis Martins. Yeah, I loved working with Elise. She was wonderful. So yeah, I think, like I said, being such a small company, I didn't expect to be doing so much great rep. And I think, every year it kind of gets a little bit better, do bigger and better things. I think I'm just really grateful to be, getting the opportunities that I am. I think sometimes at a smaller company, that's a little bit, I don't know, like I get some of these more opportunities I might not be getting in a bigger company. So that's really nice.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
You did Tall Girl and Rubies, I saw?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was very fun. And Elise set that on us. So she set Western Symphony and Serenade a few years ago, and then Rubies 2 years, 1 year, 1.5, I don't know, something like that. So yeah, it's that was really fun. Loved that. I remember being a young teenager or kid, I was like, ABT is it. I want to dance at ABT, like that is the ultimate. And then as I grew up, I realized I don't think that's really an attainable goal for me. And even if by some miracle I made it into the core at ABT, you know, there's no way I would have been doing Giselle in Tall Girl. So, you know, I'm definitely happy with how everything turned out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That, you know, and everyone has different paths. There's, you know, there different companies are right for different people, but I'm very thankful that it worked out and, you know, turned out to be a good fit.